Executive functioning. The contribution of executive functioning to academic achievement among male adolescents is the article that will be reviewed. The focus within this article is to see of the executive functioning, which is known as EF, has in adolescent males and their development associated with academic achievement in reading and mathematics. The article focuses on research within the Midwestern school system utilizing male students that range in the age from 11 years to 16 years. The purpose of this research is to fill this gap in the literature by examining the contribution beyond the general intelligence of the three-factor analytically derived aspects of EF to a wide range of academic achievement scores in a sample of typically developed male adolescents. Another purpose is to study EF to academic achievement and understanding what specific processes may be affected in individuals with EF. EF can also help in the intervention to help youth achieve higher academic results. There was a broad-based sampling strategy to occur samples of the male adolescents from the Midwestern area. The samples were derived from a child participant pool maintained at the University of Idaho Psychology Department through filters in the community and advertisements placed in daily newsletters of local university hospitals. Kaufman Brief Intelligence Test was used. The KBIT2 yields 3 scores: IQ composite, verbal, nonverbal. This test is a good measure for the psychometric properties and good convergent validity. The Dellis-Kaplan Executive Function System test was also used. The DCAFS provides a standardized assessment of executive functions. The focus from this test was attention, concentration, resistance, distraction, and cognitive flexibility. There were several tests that were incorporated in the DCAFS verbal fluency tests. This requires speed, lexical production, and automatic lexical access and reflex, efficient lexical organization. Design fluency test. This establishes nonverbal task analogous to verbal fluency. Color world interface test. This assesses selective or focused attention. The sorting test. This measures the conceptual flexibility. And the 20-question test. This is for strategic thinking. Continuum of tests used in association with the DCAFS. The word context text. This assesses deductive reasoning, hypothesis testing, and flexibility of thinking by required participants to discern what is intended by a made-up word. And then there's a tower test. This assesses forward planning of a sequence of steps as a participant tries to move a pattern of discs efficiently from one starting point to the goal point of the pattern. The achievement scores for individuals can be reduced to 3 domains: conceptual flexibility, monitoring, and inhibition. 2 more tests were incorporated into the research: the Iowa Test of Basic Skills, the ITBS, and the Iowa Test of Educational Development, the ITED. The ITBS and the ITED are standardized group administered tests in which the results come from interchangeable measures of achievement across the various domains. Reading total score consists of 2 sections, vocabulary and comprehension, and then mathematics total score consists of 2 sections, concepts and estimations of problem solving and data interpretation. The study design is to examine the role of aspects of EF, the conceptual flexibility, monitoring and inhibition, and the prediction of an adolescent's domains. To build upon previous examinations of EF and achievement is familiar methodology to extend the research to new variables, utilizing standard testing as a mean to measure achievement. The outcome was noticed as the verbal and nonverbal intelligence are highly correlated, and both were moderately to high correlated with their 3 EF on nonverbal intelligence, with monitoring from verbal intelligence with conceptual flexibility. All academic achievement scores were highly correlated with verbal intelligence, moderately to high correlated with nonverbal intelligence and conceptual flexibility, and moderately correlated with monitoring and inhibition. 5 hierarchical multiple regressions were performed to examine the contribution of EF in predicting the 5 academic achievement scores. Both verbal and nonverbal IQ were included in all models to assess the contribution of EF beyond that of general intellectual functioning. A strength of the current study was the use of typically developing community sample of adolescents. The strength of EF abilities are considered core abilities and show considerable individual differences. A strength of the study of relations between the various aspects of EF and academic achievement in a typically developing sample allows for a more detailed examination of the role of EF as an underlying mechanism in learning difficulties. A strength is the manner in which the EF and academic achievement data were collected. Weaknesses: due to the cross-sectional correlation and nature of these data, causal conclusions are not possible. Weakness: the sample was entirely male and relatively homogeneous, e.g. white, married, college-educated mothers. Weakness: what the effect of sex may be with regard to relations between EF and various academic domains. Current to suggest how to improve research. Current studies suggest that various academic domains require different cognitive abilities and suggest directions for future research and possible avenues for intervention can be redesigned to include other variables, i.e. both genders and different age groups. Thank you.